So Ankur shares his philosophy. But he's been very vocal about using tools, about using services and consistency. They are the only two secrets. For anybody who's trying to create content on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, if you start being consistent with the process, if you get comfortable with posting, let's say, one video every week, one post every week, so that process, it will not only help you get used to how you do it, but it will also bring you audience.
एक इंसान के मल्टीपल करियर्स क्यों नहीं हो सकते? क्यों वो डॉक्टर और क्रिएटर और पार्ट टाइम समथिंग समथिंग नहीं हो सकता?
So moonlighting, as the name suggests, चांद की रोशनी में तुम काम कर रहे हो. So after you do your day job, you're going back home and you're working on something that at most times matters more to you. यहाँ तुम YouTube पे वीडियो ही बनाओ, तुम रील ही बनाओ, because तुम यही करोगे तभी तुम्हारे numbers meet नहीं हो रहे हैं. I not only know myself better because I had the opportunity to lead a team. I also have a personal leadership style now. Ki how is it that you get multiple people to work? How do you manage people who are elder than you? What is it that motivates each one of these individuals? People management is a skill that I'm currently learning. So making sure that my team is happy, they have the required support. They also feel supported कि हाँ मेरा career development हो रहा है यहाँ पे. Burnout is a creator term, but it is a very real term. There are times when I used to feel कि नहीं अब मुझे ना Microsoft करना है ना अंकुर वाला काम करना है, मैं सोने जा रही हूँ.
Frustration. So hello and namaste Youngistan, welcome to One Life with Karan, and today I have a very special guest on my show. Thanks a lot Gitanjali for being here. How are you feeling?
Thank you for having me. I'm a bit nervous because I haven't done this before, but looking forward to share my experiences with all of you.
Would you want to tell us why are you nervous? Because ऐसा है क्या कैमरा के पीछे वाला कुछ जॉब है क्या? आप कुछ बताना चाहोगी कि आप कौन हो, कहाँ से आई हो?
Camera के पीछे वाला, yes, I mean there's a huge story behind it, but yeah, a bit nervous. Like I mentioned, I haven't done this before. For some reason, I always end up laughing every time I'm in front of the camera.
There are no cameras. कहाँ है camera? There are no cameras.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll ignore them then. What was I saying?
About you, please. Camera के पीछे की आपकी क्या अभी job है या and we'll come to your background, but let's start from where. What are you doing these days?
Got it. All right. So I work for Microsoft as of now. We are bragging as the most valued company on these days. कि हाँ सबसे ज़्यादा stock price है हमारा. So that is a weird flex to have. I also support Ankur Warikoo in building his online education business, which is called WebVeda, which is how we met.
That's what we are interested in today. That's what we are interested in. We'll go deeper into that. Be ready to reveal secrets.
Got it. And that's where the behind the camera scene happens. Like people usually think Ankur is a one-man army, but he actually has a people of more than 13 people who support him in his online business. And while I am the lead of the business, I have another team of more than 15 people that supports me in building this business. So camera ke piche camera that we do. So yeah, that's what brings me here.
I would speak the contrary, but मुझे लगता है कि अंकुर वारिको is one of the few content creators in the Indian landscape जो कि he's very vocal and visible about the 12-member team that there is. In fact, I take pride in that कि अच्छा finally someone's equally bringing their entire team on the forefront through by branding Varik Crew in the first place.
That's very true.
Yeah, but he दूसरा crew कौन सा है इसका नाम मुझे नहीं पता.
So at Varik Crew itself, or like WebVeda in general, we have it's an organization, it's a company now. So we have a different kind of a structure than you would expect a normal team to have. So we have the primary members who work directly with Ankur. We call ourselves Varik Crew. We also have a network of partners and agencies who support us as vendors. So they are not a part of the core team, but are tied to us. So we have a huge network, and people are working towards a common cause of generating awareness throughout the country.
तो थ्रू आउट तो मुझे लग रहा है 25-30 लोगों की मैन पावर और बैंडविड्थ और रिसोर्स एज वी से इन द कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड लगी हुई है इस चीज के पीछे.
More than 25 and 30 for sure. So Ankur shares his philosophy. If there are, he's been very vocal about using tools, about using services. So think of Asana for an example. If you try to build your own project management software, you have like 1 or 2 developers who are working on it. Then you have a team that's using it actively. If you have a team like Asana working with you, you have 100, 200, maybe even 1,000 people working towards building a product so that you can do your job effectively. So think of it that way. We have more than 1 million people as a part of our
I
team.
do remember I could share this in some reel or something कि अच्छा
Yeah.
उस प्रोडक्ट को बनाने के लिए अगर 1,000 इंजीनियर लगे हैं तो मैं तो उनकी मेंटल कैपेसिटी का एक निचोड़ रेडी टू
Correct.
यूज SaaS सॉफ्टवेयर के जरिए यूज करें
Yeah.
क्या
Which, just to, sorry to interrupt
Please,
you,
please.
which brings me to what I do at Microsoft. I work with SaaS companies. I try to get them onto Azure, and I try to make sure that they have more and more customers so that everybody can, benefit from whatever it is that they're building.
So you have hit the nail right on its head because the next two questions are very controversial. पहला तो ये है कि सारा सीक्रेट बता दो यार, ये जो भी एस्पायरिंग कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स अगर ये देख रहे हैं ना, उनको पता करना है कि अंकुर वारिको के यार 10 मिलियन, मेरे 10,000 है अभी और 10 मिलियन पास ही है बस। तो वो सीक्रेट सॉस जो कभी नहीं बताते हो ना YouTube के ऑफिस के अंदर से, जो हमें ऑफिशियल थोड़ा सीक्रेट पता होता है ना आपकी टीम को,
Yeah.
वो बता दो यार क्या है, ताकि जो इससे घुस के ले आए उन्हें पहले ही हम पार कर दें इस
Okay,
podcast
so
में।
the secret sauce is, and drum roll please, there's no secret sauce.
यार ये अच्छा please
So
continue.
the only reasons, and again, Ankur has been very vocal about this, authenticity and consistency. They are the only two secrets. For anybody who's trying to create content on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, if you start being consistent with the process, if you get comfortable with posting, let's say, one video every week, one post every week, there will be times, so that process, it will not only help you get used to how you do it, get comfortable with building it yourself, but it will also bring you audience, because when a new person comes onto your channel, they will not वो एक वीडियो देख के कन्विंस नहीं होंगे. They will see years and years of work that has gone behind. They will see how much value you've been providing people throughout the years, and that's what helps them to convert. And for platforms like YouTube, it's a timeless, it's a timeless thing. Like you'll see on Ankur's handle as well, we never post topical videos. Like abhi Ram Mandir ban raha hai, doesn't mean hum
I
uspe
did
video बनाएं.
actually closely observe that okay, Ankur is very silent on these topics, validly so for his
Yeah.
own right reasons. But
Yeah. So it's the internet. Everything is there forever. So
Yeah.
he makes videos purposely on those topics कि 10 साल बाद भी अगर कोई आके search करे how to invest in FDs, they will find a video that can add value
Did
there.
he just say FDs?
Yeah, you
Because
never
if there's one person who has been vocally branded against FDs, it's Ankur.
And that's very true. But if you see his videos, there's a particular kind of FDs that he suggests people invest in. So I'm not going to give it away. Go and watch the video on the
Yeah,
channel.
तो ढूंढिए. In fact, is there a personal finance course also that's on the cards? I think उसमें तो और अच्छे से होना ही चाहिए. तो-
Yep. Coincidentally, it just launched yesterday with our
This is
new
not a
book.
plug, guys. मतलब ये podcast का बिल्कुल भी ये नहीं था कि अंकुर की हम वाहवाही करें, अंकुर के हम shows और courses को promote करें. But yeah, as a matter of fact, the course has launched. So a 31-year-old me would definitely want, because the middle class, humble, nonsensical, only savings account at max FD guy, we need to at least know
Yep.
कि क्या-क्या बाकी avenues हैं if at all we want like to invest. Which brings me to the second controversial question, जो कि नहीं था पहला वाला. तुम्हारी एज क्या है?
Why is that controversial? Like,
Yeah, because asking that a woman on a show would definitely be
Okay.
not something. But let me actually steer through and segue into the actual controversial question.
Got it.
Moonlighting.
okay.
Are you moonlighting? Yes, no.
I believe moonlighting is a very strong word, but I do have multiple ventures that I work on.
Which Microsoft, if I may say, is aware of?
Yes. Yes. So Microsoft as a company, if you speak to anybody in the IT industry, it is famous for its work-life balance. It is famous because it allows people the space to be themselves. We've had events, large-scale events, wherein the presenter would walk on the stage wearing shorts and just carrying their laptop and dancing to tunes. That's because it, as a company, it's so focused on culture. And when I joined the company, there was one sentence that was thrown around a lot, that culture eats strategy for breakfast. And that has shaped so much into the way I look at things, into the way I manage my team. But yes, coming back to your point, the focus on individuality, on building your own self, on having multiple interests is so much that you will see people who run their businesses on the side. They do freelancing over the weekends, they coach other people, they actively volunteer. Then there are people like me who build their online persona, or they work with multiple creators. In fact, a lot of creators in the IT industry on YouTube and LinkedIn, you'll find that they are from Microsoft.
I didn't know that.
So I can give you a few names, but not
Sure.
plugging them here.
Free promotion.
But yes, they create content, and it not only. I think it's not just about Microsoft. Going forward, you need to have multiple streams of careers because everybody is doing BTech, they're graduating, they're going to fancy companies. What is it that sets you apart? Do you have more interest that you're working on? Do you have something outside of the brand name that you're working for? If yes, maybe you have more opportunities coming your way. And that's what happened. So within Microsoft, I switched roles. I got from customer success to business development, where I am right now. And a part of the reason why I got the second role was because my manager was very interested in what I was doing on the side and wanted to use these transferable skills in building that team.
That's super exciting. So polygamous careers is a term in today's day and age, जो कि I also hope कि हो जाए कि एक इंसान के multiple careers क्यों नहीं हो सकते? क्यों वो डॉक्टर और क्रिएटर और पार्ट टाइम समथिंग नहीं हो सकता? So, but did you need to have a conversation with your so to say reporting manager at Microsoft where you had to kind of declare this is for the unaware जिसको moonlighting भी नहीं पता पहले तो क्या 10 सेकंड बताना चाहोगी कि moonlighting क्या होता है and then तुम्हारे केस में ये कैसे हुआ था ताकि बाकी कंपनीज भी इंस्पायर हो सकें.
A bit controversial, so you might have to trim down the answer. So moonlighting, as the name suggests, चांद की रोशनी में तुम काम कर रहे हो. So after you do your day job, you're going back home and you're working on something that at most times matters more to you. But there are also times when you're doing something that is for compete. And Wipro, I think, previously laid off a lot of people for moonlighting.
Yeah.
The sole reason for that was that they were working with their competitors. It was in the same industry. It was very close to what they were doing in their day job. And so there were potential
Conflict of
compliance
interest.
issues. Yes. With Microsoft and with working in the creator space, the two are very different industries. So there has never been an objection. But Microsoft, it's not. There are some open policies that mention that it's not encouraged. But it is a conversation that you need to have with your manager. As long as it's not affecting your work on your day job, it's okay. If it's helping you add value to your day job, even better. Do it. Go ahead.
This is where we have to read between the lines at times. कि अच्छा मैंने बहुत सारी policies इस तरह की companies की देखी हैं जिसमें कहा जाता है कि okay, legally they can't say no.
Yeah.
That is not allowed. But they would just say that we don't encourage. ताकि of course और conflict of interest तो is a no brainer कि हमारे competitor company पे हमारा data कैसे अगर गलती से भी कोई use ना कर ले. But मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि कभी कभार प्रैक्टिकल टर्म्स में एक मैनेजर जो कि एक इंसान है, एक इंडियन स्पेशली, तो उनको अगर सामने लगे कि यार ये सैटरडे संडे को भी क्यों और कोई काम करती है या ये रात को अगर काम करके अपनी मेहनत एनर्जी जो कि जिसका 100 ग्राम ही गीतांजलि के पास है दिन में, अगर वो 20 ग्राम भी बचा के रख रही जानबूझ के कि घर भी जाके काम करना है, डू यू फील कि ऑन पेपर्स तो ऑफकोर्स कोई लीगली ये मूनलाइटिंग बैंड नहीं है, बट इंसान जो कि सामने आपका मैनेजर है, क्या पता वो सोचता हो कि यार ये ढंग से काम नहीं करेगी, या डू यू एवर फील कि it might backfire you say in the promotion ladder for that matter कि अच्छा because you were moonlighting as well while a Karan was giving it all just to the particular company, so you would be a little behind. Does those insecurities ever come at the back of your mind, or have you felt it on the other person's mind?
Got it. No, it depends person to person, both from managerial standpoint and from a personal standpoint. If you as a person, you are say among the top performers, people don't give a shit what you're doing when you go back home. As long as your numbers are up to the mark or probably even exceeding expectations, your manager will be happy that you have other interests and you're spending time there, because maybe that's what is driving the inspiration in some aspects here. If you're not able to perform, then highly possible that whoever is looking at you will like, हाँ तुम YouTube पे वीडियो ही बनाओ, तुम रील ही बनाओ, because तुम यही करोगे तभी तुम्हारे numbers meet नहीं हो रहे हैं. So you need to ensure that even before having a third person judge you, are you able to manage them both seamlessly? Is any of your work getting impacted anywhere? Because if it is, then you shouldn't wait for a third person to tell you कि भाई नहीं हो रहा, रुक जा. You should tell yourself कि maybe I'll take a step back from one of these projects because I need to, at least in my day job, which is giving most of the money or like paying my bills mostly, that is something I need to maintain a particular standard of working. Because it's not just it's not day in and day out कि आज काम अच्छा नहीं हुआ, कल काम अच्छा नहीं हुआ. Overall, the performance that you have, your promotion in the company, will you make it to a managerial role later or not? Especially for someone who has just started their career, someone like me, it is an important factor, and it's something that you need to take a call on your own.
I love that answer. I never thought of it like that because the moment you said कि अपने परफॉर्मेंस के नंबर्स अगर मीट हो रहे हैं, मीट के एक्सीड हो रहे हैं, तो कौन कुछ बोल सकता है? Because that's the ultimate. And so I'm assuming तुम्हारा सही चल रहा है?
I can't reveal information, but yeah, सही चल रहा है.
But yeah, because that's awesome कि अच्छा अगर नंबर मीट हो रहे हैं तो किसको क्या दिक्कत है कि हम सैटरडे संडे में क्या कर रहे हैं? Which also brings me to another concept, high achiever problems. I went through your LinkedIn actually. I did stalk you. क्या we both are from Delhi Technological University by the way, so DTU fist pump. But during your 4 years of BTech, I could see that ये बंदी एक नहीं 2-3 internships, 2-3 अलग तरह के projects कर रही थी. But wait, उससे पहले ये स्कूल में भी head girl रही थी. तो सब सच था झूठ था? पहले तो मैं fact check कर लूँ कि were you the head girl of your school?
I was, yes. That is true.
And you used to 97% about 10% में क्या marks आए थे तुम्हारे?
97.2.
तो तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम हसल कर रही हो कि इतना सारा काम कर रही हो, हमेशा 2-3 चीजें साथ पकड़ने वाला एक मोड चलता है? Have you ever thought about that?
I don't know about hustle, but like ever since I've been brought up, even in school, सिर्फ पढ़ाई was never the aim. पढ़ाई was something, हाँ एग्जाम से एक दिन पहले पढ़ो नंबर आ जाएंगे. And sadly, that is the truth about the Indian education system. So you have to go for extracurricular activities like dance class, chess class, ये वो. So school से ही मुझे कभी भी ये आदत नहीं थी कि एक टाइम पे सिर्फ एक ही काम करना है. So even before becoming the head girl, I was very active. I used to go for inter-school competitions, took up debating, became the head girl in our school, weirdly, it was in 11th instead of 12th. Okay. So became the head girl, juggled science, PCM, got very bad marks, but became the head girl alongside. Thankfully, it didn't matter because it was class 11th. Yeah. In college, continue doing. So 12th honestly was a very depressing time for me, not because of the science wala pressure, but because I didn't have much to do outside of the studies or outside of the academics. But in college, I made sure that I make up for it. In the first year, I joined 14 societies. And I was actually famous around the college.
Not a lot. ये कौन सा लेवल का moonlighting societies में चल रहा है? Double dating, triple dating, कितनी societies को ही करते हैं?
There is no term for 14 dating, but yeah. So I joined that, and looking back, that was one of the smartest moves I ever made. I never continued in all 14 of them, but the entire college knew me. I knew the entire college, at least in my own batch. So वो networking जब as a term भी नहीं पता था तब से शुरू हो गया था. And at least I knew how I could approach people, ask them for help later on. That's what happened in the first year. Continued building on that. The 14 eventually fell to 9, 9 fell to 5. Focused on what I liked doing more. Took up a few internships on the side because paisa chahiye. I'm a college student after all.
Oh, the money was a motivating factor for internships?
For some of them, yes. And those internships also helped you land the placement opportunities later, which worked out in my favor. So yeah, multiple things. Always been a multiple track person.
Stress, anxiety, tension, burnout तो creators के लिए बढ़ा है, but उस time पे burnout को जो भी कहते हैं, saturation, exhaustion, वो सब नहीं feel हुआ कभी?
हुआ भी तो आदत है अभी तक.
भाई जब मैंने कहा ना guys high achiever syndrome, जब high achiever रहे हैं, तो मैं कभी ऐसा लगा कि जो बच्चे 50-60% लाते थे और एक भी curricular activity नहीं कर पाते थे, उनको कितनी jealousy होती होगी तब से?
I don't think they were jealous. They were very happy just sitting at home and watching TV or playing video games. And that's what I did in the final year of my college. I was like, हाँ अब हो गया जो करना था. And 4th year, you know DC, no classes at all for some reason. Yeah, you were from DC.
The year I joined, it got rebranded from DC to DTU. But I proudly still show up यहाँ DC. DC.
लोगों को समझ ही नहीं आता DTU. So, but you know the college, 4th year and classes rarely happen. Even in 3rd, 4th, like bunk होता था. But so I took a step back. I left the hostel, stayed at home. पूरे साल बैठ के सिर्फ Netflix देखा है मैंने. I recharged. And towards the end of 4th year, I was like, हाँ नौकरी शुरू होने वाली है. So maybe I should now get back into the work mode. And that's when I started looking for more internships and came across the opportunity by Ankur.
So take me to this time of fourth year then. Is this where you got placed at Microsoft or did you hunt for Microsoft by yourself? And
Okay.
exactly when in these 2, 3, 4 months did Ankur happen? Did he approach? Did you once again 15वीं चीज जिंदगी में तुम्हें करनी थी? Because that is a crucial moment for many fourth year grads कि अच्छा यहाँ से क्या? Because it's a point of inflection. So how did you plan about your career planning at that point in time?
Fortunately, I was lucky. I already had a pre-placement offer from Microsoft. I interned with them at the end of my third year and received that PPO. So I knew, and our college didn't allow you to sit for more placements, at least on campus, if you already have an offer. So I knew कि हाँ पूरा साल खाली जाने वाला है, and I chilled. Like I watched movies, I went on trips, I made fun of my friends. So, like I mentioned, I wanted to get back in the work mode, and casually I was just scrolling through LinkedIn one day, and I knew somebody named Ankur Warikoo existed. I just didn't know who he was or like what he did. He was one of the TED Talk speakers at our college in the past 2 years, which I knew thankfully because of my huge network. So I was like, okay, this looks like a good opportunity. He is a known brand, and anyway, I just want to learn from people as much as possible. So I signed up for that. It was nothing like I had ever seen before. Like the procedure, first round itself, it had 15 questions back then. And they were asking me about what are, like, do I get angry very often and what do I get angry at? And it was not asking me about something cliche like show me your resume. So it was a fun process for me also, especially because मैं वेली थी. तो मैंने वो सब fill किया. The next round was to record videos of yourself and send answers on a WhatsApp number. And I didn't realize it was Ankur's number itself. So it was a very impersonal message. Hi, please find my submission below. Thanks. But later I realized, later I realized it was Ankur's number only, and he actually saw those videos. And then we met in person, we had a conversation. He gauged the mindset more than your previous skills. And because he was just starting out, he only knew that I want 6 dedicated individuals who I can work with, and काम किसी को कुछ भी assign हो सकता है. So this was around March, right before COVID happened. And I took up that opportunity with him. 6 of us, we had one meetup in Saket. And uske baad immediately things shut down. We had plans to meet every month. Unfortunately, that couldn't happen. Coincidentally, come June, I joined Microsoft. And my plan initially, and I made it very clear to Ankur, I'm joining Microsoft in June. So 3 महीने का सफर रहेगा हमारा. And come today, I complete 4 years in March.
So it was pre-decided कि अभी 3 महीने तक का ही मैं आपको view दे रही हूँ. उसके बाद का Microsoft. So that is the initial engagement that there was.
Yes, and when I joined Microsoft, because we were working remotely and always a multiple track person, so I was like, I'm able to manage them both. So like, ठीक है.
Okay, so but tell me one thing. 3 महीने तो अंकुर के साथ engagement हुआ है. Then how did it actually scale it up? क्योंकि COVID हुआ, he already had 6 people then in his team at that point in time. So he was that serious कि अच्छा content game वैसे करना है. So after that, how did it pan out? क्योंकि इतने साल अगर हो गए, so how's it like work? Let me rephrase the question. How's it like working at Warikoo? How boring or how मस्ती भरा is it? Life at Warikoo वाली slide होती है, life at Microsoft. वो slide, last वाली slide of the day.
It's honestly one of the best experiences working as a part of such a small and tightly knit team. It always feels like it's a family. It's not a company or a work. मतलब, it's not a company or a team like an official one.
Yeah.
And that can be a good or a bad thing because people start taking you like not seriously if it's like a family. That said, one of my favorite experiences or like favorite things about working with Ankur is that the feedback is real time. If you are treading down the wrong path, वहीं बता दिया जाएगा तुम्हें कि तुम मत जाओ इधर. नहीं, actually that's not right. He lets you discover things on your own. That is one of the best things, and he actually gives you a chance or an opportunity to reflect back on what is it that could have been done better. So I owe a lot of my personal growth to working with Ankur or working people like Ankur, because my self-awareness has shot up from here to here. I not only know myself better because I had the opportunity to lead a team I also have a personal leadership style now. Ki how is it that you get multiple people to work? How do you manage people who are elder than you? What is it that motivates each one of these individuals? So that has been my favorite part. There's always fun. We have quarterly offsites. Funnily, we only had like yearly offsites when we first started out, and that too the first one happened during COVID. That was in Goa.
Okay.
But then किसी को idea आया कि नहीं uncle we should do this quarterly, and he just complied because he liked the idea. Then we shifted to quarterly and we started meeting more often. There are times जब मुझे लगता है यार अभी तो मिले थे, अब वापस से क्या discuss करूँ मैं इन लोगों के साथ. But it's such a well knit team that everybody knows what each one is going through, what is it, who are the clients that they are working with, what can I reach out to them for help, what help might they need from me. So that way it's been a very great experience.
Also tell me, starting में you were working more on the content bit of Ankur and now it's more course bit. Would you like to shed some light on that?
Yeah.
Because I do wish to know ki how is it managing a multi-crore revenue generating online courses business per se.
Yeah.
Let the fame side, let's park the fame side of content aside. But हाँ एक business कैसे manage होता है? So when did you actually transition into the courses and how do you manage it?
Got it.
Like what's your role per se?
So when I first started working with Ankur, I was just discovering who am I as a person, what are my strengths, what is it that I like doing more. And it was the same for Ankur. I have a 6 people high performing team, people who have done brilliant work in their previous roles or at least have the intent or the enthu to do big things. So let me just put them here and there and figure out. It was like solving a puzzle कि यहाँ fit होगा या इधर जाएगा क्या सीन है. So I was given the charter of leading the YouTube channel. There was no team back then. I was the YouTube team. So Ankur would shoot. We had one person who would edit. We didn't have somebody who would design thumbnails. We didn't have a graphic designer in the front. And I told Ankur कि ना YouTube is not something कि आप एक screenshot like screen grab लगा के thumbnail बना दो. We need somebody to do it. So we decided to repurpose one individual who was hired as a videographer कि भाई तू बना के दिखा thumbnail. But नहीं हुआ वो. There were times when
So you got to learn कि किसका skill कहाँ है.
Correct.
The beginnings, yeah.
And I tried making thumbnails, but I did that on PowerPoint instead of.
PowerPoint, please don't try this at home. कि 9/16 करके कुछ कर देती हूँ. Font में लिख देती हूँ. क्या Comic Sans font में लिख देती हूँ. Okay, yeah.
So I decided to make them on PowerPoint. That didn't work either.
अंकुर वारिकू के thumbnails PowerPoint में बने हैं guys. Yeah.
कुछ बने हैं. So that's when we decided that we need a graphic designer, and we started hiring for and looking for someone, and that was the first person who joined our team.
Okay.
Then we also realized that if we are scaling across platforms, there's a lot of videos you need to edit. So let's hire a video editor as well. And YouTube, it's a platform that's about science as much as it is about art. So you need to go through the data, you need to study it effectively. So we decided to hire a data analyst, somebody who can go through the numbers, who can give us insights based on that data. Initially, when the team was being formed, I was like, so my role has been broken down into 3 parts. अब मेरा क्या काम है? So 3 people who came in, I trained them on YouTube entirely. I told them how does it work. I had a few mentors who were giving me insights, so I passed all of them on. And within 2 or 3 months, all of them were up to speed, like high performing individuals again. Yeah. They knew what they were here for, and they knew what the platform is like. We have monthly one-on-ones with Ankur. So after these guys were on board, I informed Ankur. So Ankur, my team is entirely trained. Now I'm just 1 month away from giving them entirely KT. So अभी किसी भी टाइम आपको लगे कि मुझे exit करना है, मुझे बता देना. तो 1 महीने में सब काम हो जाएगा. Are you nuts? Why would I want you to exit? Like, अच्छा इसलिए नहीं बन रहा था team. He's like, for me, you are the glue that's holding them together. You have to guide the team कि कब क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. Like, अच्छा ये तो validation मिल रहा है.
और बोलो.
And मुझे लग रहा था कि मुझे team छोड़ के जाना पड़ेगा. And in that process, both Ankur and I discovered that my key strength is making other people do the work. And eventually I got bored of YouTube कि हाँ कितना ही वीडियो डालें हर हफ्ते, कितना ही शेड्यूल करें. So I told Ankur कि I am ready for my next challenge. and give me something that I can, actively take on. So he had this in mind ki our online education business, back then we only had one course, which was time management.
Yes.
And his pitch to me was, एक course साल में 10 करोड़ कमाता है. All we need is 10 such courses and we have a 100 crore business at our disposal. का वाह, ये तो बड़ा अच्छा है.
इस तरह के numbers सीखने को मिलता है बहुत कुछ.
So that's when I decided to take on my next challenge. The first one was a pilot. So we launched our YouTube, how to YouTube first batch of the
Yeah.
course. And we did that entirely on our own. So my YouTube team helped me build that course. We were the instructors, we were the designers, we were the operations team. Everything was done by the four of us end to end. And we realized that it was a good model. We would record live classes and we would package them into pre-recorded courses and sell them online. But we couldn't use the graphic designer that we already have to do operational work for us. So we decided to hire a bigger team. And at that point, my team became 13 people, which is bigger than Ankur's team at that point. So I was essentially managing more people than I ever had. And we seamlessly executed our next cohort. And I received an exceeded expectations rating, which is, just to give you context, only 3 people had received until last quarter. Abhi is quarter 2 लोगों और को मिल गया.
But a full corporate style way of management and operationalizing or SOP, standard operating procedure, पूरा एकदम corporate style expected from someone who has come from an entrepreneurial and an MBA background. कि अच्छा, if at all we have to do this, we'll do this in style and we'll do this in full corporate style.
Correct. And we had a team that helped us out in building the same. At any point मुझे ये नहीं लगा कि मैं कुछ भी काम कर रही हूँ. So Ankur said very well done. I said मैंने तो कुछ किया ही नहीं, इन्हीं सब लोगों ने किया है. And I still don't feel that way. Like every time my team launches a new course, मैं कहा मैं तो पीछे बैठी हुई थी. There was this person scheduling, this person editing. I was just sitting there. So that is, and that's when like Ankur gave me that validation. Ki management is something that comes naturally to you because you feel you're not even doing anything and you enjoy doing that. And that gave me ideas for the future कि हाँ आगे जाके यही करना है.
कभी ऐसा लगा है क्योंकि I'm also on my path to self awareness is like a lifelong path anyways and I heard this somewhere कि अगर तुम कोई काम कर रहे हो और तुम्हें लग रहा है कि दुनिया कहती है यार ये कैसे कर लेते हो और तुम कहते हो यार इसमें क्या है मतलब ये तो obvious नहीं है. And that is the identifier at that point in time कि अच्छा maybe तू इस चीज में अच्छा है कि तेरे को ये इतना natural जो लग रहा है वो दूसरों को task भी लगता है and maybe it comes naturally to you. तो तुम्हें भी खुद नहीं पता था कि मेरे अंदर एक managerial skill set है which he could identify because he would have like hired and dealt with people many times in the last 10-15 years of his life. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, a little bit more about the course business than what happened after that. You so at this point in time, what's your breadth of work? आपका क्या रहेगा role description अगर कुछ लिखा है क्या पता JD भी होगा तुम्हारा कि job description क्या है तुम्हारा इस वक्त?
So a thing about, before I move on to the answer, thing about working with such small teams, it's key. There's never a KRA. I mean, there are some responsibilities you have to achieve, but there's never a JD. There are, again, soft targets, but those get added on because it's a small team. There will be new projects that keep coming up. It's down to you and how active you are in the ecosystem and how much you want to take on your plate. So it's never fixed. Okay. That said, we now launch one course every quarter, and first one took us like 6 months, and now every quarter we launch every course. And Ankur and even myself, I'm like, हाँ अभी तो गया था एक और course, अब एक और आ गया. So it's magical how every 3 months we are able to whip up a course. We do an online and offline convocation. We invite people, and then we just position these courses to the market, and we have people buying them. So that is number one. People management is a skill that I'm currently learning. So making sure that my team is happy, they have the required support. They also feel supported कि हाँ मेरा career development हो रहा है यहाँ पे. So taking care of that aspect and making sure that the team is full. Like every role or every task that requires people to be done, there are people in the team who are doing that. So operations person shouldn't be managing. So operations person shouldn't be managing the community sessions. So hiring somebody to do the community aspect of it. So yeah, maybe ensuring that the business in overall sense is growing and taking care of the people aspect as well.
You're pretty much an MBA and a manager of a team, post FB school degree. Sahi.
Yeah. And the best part is I get to do this alongside my day job, so I'm learning from both places.
Wow. Lastly, magic you said. I believe, and I've seen Ankur do this like time and time again, कि M say magic, but M say method. कि there's more madness, nahi method. And he's like, he says that he's a student of process. And so have you also picked up a few nuggets of wisdom कि यार जो चीज़ पहले 6 महीने में होती थी, अब 3 महीने में हो जाती है, अब 1 महीने में हो जाती है, accidentally नहीं होती है ये. कोई तो मैन कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप है साइलेंटली जो बहुत ही अच्छे से पिरो रहा है ये चीज़ें. And because I'm still on a journey, and a lot of people who might be listening to this or hearing this are trying to processify their life. Some people are very against process, by the way, because process इतनी boring चीज़ है, तुम हर चीज़ को process क्यों बनाना चाहते हो? But I believe, especially in the productivity space, कि that's all what productivity is about,
Yeah.
right? कि are you able to do a time motion study, for example, कि ये उठा के यहाँ रखना है, फिर ये मुझे उसको देना है, फिर गीतांजलि यहाँ रख देगी. तो
Yeah.
step 1, step 2, and step 3. So how can we actually save time there? Were there any tactical lessons that you saw during this journey? अंकुर तुम्हें सिखाते थे, कोई mentorship तुम्हें स्कूल का ज्ञान दिया जा रहा था ये सब चीजों का?
So it was a very experimentative mentorship. The example I give, हाँ pool में फेंक दिया अब तुम swimming सीखो. So there were times that was also the case, and I honestly like doing things on my own and then discovering them. So in the first cohort that we launched, we actually did all of it ourselves. So I designed the curriculum, we executed the course and everything. And then I sent the curriculum to Ankur for review कि बताओ ये कैसा है. He said नहीं अच्छा फिर से करो. Then I worked on it again. And then he said नहीं अभी भी अच्छा नहीं है. And it was by the time that curriculum, I think I shared it for the fourth time, Ankur ने एक फाइल वापस भेजा कहता ये लो curriculum मैंने बना दिया.
अच्छा.
And we lost about 2 months in that process. And he actively asked me, what did you learn from this experience? I said, let experts do their job. You don't have to do everything yourself. And that is a key management lesson. Like you can't, if you have a team, trust them to do it. If you don't have a team, build a team. You don't have to do everything yourself. So he allowed me the space to learn by doing things, which is my personal style. To fail, more importantly. So it was, I always tell people like Varik Crew has been a sandbox for me where I can try things, I can fail, and then I can replicate them on a bigger scale, which is at Microsoft. So even trying the slightest of things like maybe how to send a calendar invite, how to keep people engaged in team meetings. I can experiment that with my team of 13 and maybe do that with the 1300 people at Microsoft.
Once again, you are an expert at bridging. हाँ कि इधर से उधर की skill ले आऊँगी, transferable skill यहाँ से वहाँ पे apply हो जाएगी. That it's a terrific way because what I'm seeing is the way you are viewing yourself and your work is something that's commendable. Lastly, if there's any particular 21-year-old guy who or a girl who has just joined corporate and is thinking of doing a part-time job, especially say a remote job. So would you want to give 2 or 3 tips that they could make use of, especially in the remote space? Because I don't know, you 13-14 people तो रोज मिलते तो नहीं हो, right?
Yeah.
तो ये Zoom पे बातें हो रही हैं, calls पे हो रही हैं, WhatsApp पे हो रही हैं. How do you manage time as a working professional yourself?
Okay. So I have multiple tips outside of time management as well. And first one, if you're working at a corporate job and you're looking for something to do on the side, step 0 is always figure out your champions or your sponsors in your day job. There should be people who know what you're doing on the side. They should be able to talk to you about the company culture. Is that something that's allowed? Is that something that will be looked at negatively? So even before you take the plunge, make sure you have people on your side. Most of the times, make sure that it includes your manager as well, because ultimately they are the one who call the shots. Second, don't do it because of FOMO. Like I had originally in the middle picked up a few clients because I saw कि my data analyst, my graphic designer, my video editor, all of them are working with multiple people. तो हाँ मुझे भी करना है because that means extra money. That also means more visibility. So I want to do it. But then I realized it was not something I enjoyed, and I was not even putting my best foot forward. मैं उन्हें बोलती हाँ बस ये कर लो, and इसके मुझे 30,000 रुपए दे देना. So I didn't feel good about myself at the end as well, and I realized I was only doing it because others were doing it. So I stopped that process as well. Third, make sure you have time for yourself. Burnout is a creator term, but it is a very real term. There are times when I used to feel कि नहीं अब मुझे ना Microsoft करना है ना अंकुर वाला काम करना है, मैं सोने जा रही हूँ बस.
Frustration.
Yeah, it gets very frustrating at times. So take breaks actively. Go on trips and go on them without your laptop. Please have a separate phone for your work, and don't take that phone on your trips as well. So spend time with your friends on these trips, and that's something that will take you a long way.
That's really tough, I think, कि दूसरा फोन रखना या ट्रिप पे फोन ना अटेंड करना, especially in organizations where WhatsApp might be a primary
Yeah.
mode of communication between you and your manager and your team. कि अच्छा WhatsApp तो खोलना है मुझे गीतांजलि के साथ गप्पे मारने हैं, लेकिन अरे ये दिख गया, अरे यार ये काम क्या आ गया.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think easier said than done.
that's very true. करना पड़ेगा, कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है.
Thanks a lot for coming up on our show. I really learned a lot of new things, especially कि अगर तुम्हारे मेन जॉब में परफॉर्मेंस अच्छी चल रही है तो कौन माइक हलाल तुम्हें मना कर सकता है सैटरडे संडे को कुछ और काम करने से. I hope those who are listening to this or those who watch this got a thing or two. Please let us know in the comment section or wherever you are dropping in comments कि इसमें से कोई अगर पॉइंट नहीं भी अच्छा लगा तो गीतांजलि को आप डिस्कस कर सकते हो कि ये क्या बोला, ये बिल्कुल नहीं हो सकता रियल लाइफ में. बट थैंक्स a lot गीतांजलि for coming.
Thank you for having me.